every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Welcome everybody to the Morning Dinner Podcast. Today we got my man Christian FGY.
What up?
AKA at Christian, or not at, but just Christian Astorga.
Yep.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Astorga. Yeah, perfect. You got
Astorga?
it perfect, bro. Yeah.
Okay. And today we want to get to know him a little bit, man. Kind of see what's popping with him, what he's got going on, and just his background overall, how he got started in the industry, and what he's up to. So if you want to take it over, bro.
I mean, so you said introduce myself,
Yeah,
right?
just a little intro.
Yeah,
So-
don't be afraid.
Christian Astorga. In general, do a lot of creative things in Vegas. More specifically, a lot of videography and photography around town and whatnot. That's my basic little intro. That's what I do for the most part.
How long have you been doing like photography and video for, bro?
It's crazy. I just want to put it out there. Yo, it's so dope to be with you two specifically because I feel like we kind of go back as far as like
a while back.
Local industry shit. It's just like really wild. You know what I mean? Like
It's been a while,
bro.
I think the
seriously.
first time I actually met you,
Bro.
was when we were it was like at the Hard Rock, right? I think you were
Oh
filming
my gosh.
something. You were filming something for who's that rapper, bro?
I'm trying to remember.
He was with Purple Crown at the time,
bro.
Currency?
I don't know.
Currency.
It
That
could
was
have been
Currency.
that possibly. I don't know, man.
that
It's-
event was the first time that I met you.
It's crazy when you know someone for so long,
Yeah.
like that you forget where you met them from. Because I don't even remember. I just know it's weird. It's like natural. It's like, oh yeah, I know him. Like, bro, me and Chuck, I know we go back.
Yeah, we go hella far back.
I first started doing stuff with Chuck in general, like collaborating wise, like when I was like 15, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like 15 or 16. Time flies,
Bro, it's been a minute.
And I don't even remember how I met you. So the internet is just crazy, you know.
Wait, so did you guys not know each other personally, like at first? Did you guys?
Through the internet we did, and then we met through like all the like local.
Because we lived in the same.
Yeah.
We lived in Northtown.
Yeah.
So that's how we know.
all the
each
local
other.
music scene shit, like, and then Chuck was heavily involved in that, still is here and there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird to see it come full circle. So I would say like professionally,
Yeah.
like 6 years, but like hobby wise, like
Yeah.
9 years.
So this was before Instagram, then, huh?
Yo, before Instagram,
Right.
I was actually. I remember when Instagram came out, and I was so late on it. I was on Twitter deep, like
Yeah.
Twitter and
Twitter
MySpace.
was the thing.
Twitter
we were
Twitter
talking
stuff
about that
was
with
lit,
our
dude,
last,
yeah.
our last person. Was
Instagram
like,
was not popping yet, and then when Instagram did come out, that's like, everything just changed so exponentially for like our industry particularly. You really get a chance to see everything like come in, like, people's work in like full HD on your phone. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just crazy. But I'm off topic on that note. All I know is, so
That's what we're here for, bro.
yeah, man, 6 to 9 years ish, like, depending on when you want to consider hobby and professionally. And even at 6 years, like, I don't even consider that professional. I kind of look at my old shit and I'm like, bro, that's so trash. Like, oh my god,
bro, we go back because there wasn't even DSLRs really.
bro, Canon T2i,
there was like
bro.
5D Mark II, 5D
Dude.
Mark II, but that was super expensive back
And
then.
I couldn't even, bro. Even the Canon T2i, bro. I didn't get my hands on that for a minute, and then when I did, I'm telling you, I was so happy. Like, it was just, I just remember it very vividly. Like,
Bro,
first
same
getting,
here.
And Chuck was the one who put me on the Nifty 50, bro. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Chuck. He's the only person. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is that lens? And it was my first.
So to anybody who doesn't know what a Nifty 50 is,
Bro.
like, can you explain that real quick?
50 millimeter 1.8. It's like the most affordable like Canon lens
Yeah.
you could get at the time. It was like only $100 to me at the time. I was like, $100. It's so expensive.
But the quality,
yeah, bro. But the quality for what you were getting, like the kit lens that came with the T2i, there was no like bokeh or anything like that. It was just basic as hell.
Bro, it's
so,
terrible.
Yeah. So and then I didn't know anything about fast aperture like at the time at all. So like putting that on the camera just changed the entire it just changed everything to me. I was like, yo, this is the craziest lens. And at the time too, I didn't know shit about like crop factor or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Like,
the thing is, when we're all starting
Yeah.
out, we don't really know like
just doing
what's full frame, what's crop
bro.
censored. Like,
I didn't
what-
know shit about that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it was, and I had the T2i for a long time.
I think
bro.
we all started with that
I-
camera, bro.
dude.
Like,
Yeah,
I
low-key.
didn't even upgrade for a minute. Like it was a long time since I had that. So you could say, dude, like I ran that T2i through the mud. I still have it, and
I still got mine too.
I cherish it.
I hella
Like
got
it's my
mine.
baby, bro. Like that shit.
so what are you rocking right now, your camera wise?
All right, so a long time.
Because we don't come a long way.
No, come a long way. I mean, I still rock DSLR all day. I rock GH5 personally. It's my favorite camera. I hopped on the GH4 when it came out. Just traded in for the GH5. Like maybe.
So you haven't used haven't used Sony at all?
No, I have. Unfortunately, I'm kind of mad because I've been wanting to make that switch to. I was gonna want to make the switch to Sony, but when the GH5 came out and the GH5S, I was like, dude, this shit is nice. And then there's a lot of features that I like on the GH5 more than the Sony. The dynamic range for me on Vlog is, to me, it's comparable. It's not as good as S-Log, but it is comparable. You know what I mean?
But you're cool using like the whole like body of like a GH5.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first time I saw a Panasonic camera was when I was shooting a music video.
Yeah.
And I was just doing the cinematography for it. The dude that brought the camera though, we're using his GH3.
Oh, see, I didn't.
GH3 or 4, one of those two. And bro, like I was looking at it and I was like, this is like a toy camera. I was like, what is this? Like,
it's
the buttons.
I
look
feel
weird,
the same
like,
way though about the Sony when I touch it, and it's so
is
funny.
it just because it's unfamiliar?
It's just because it's unfamiliar, and I feel like just bridging that gap. But I have shot on Sony though, like I've gotten my feel for it just because I wanted to learn. And it's funny, man. Cameras have come such a long way. So starting from the T2i, I think the next camera I got was the Canon 6D.
Yes.
And that was like fucking full frame. Affordability right there for
the Canon 6D.
Yeah, and
and once again,
what's our first jump?
We're all on the same cameras.
We all jumped to the full frame with the same camera.
The 6D, bro. It was like, man, I can't afford the 5D Mark III, but I could get the 6D though.
Yeah.
And then that camera too. I still shoot so many photos with that camera. It's so good.
I sold mine.
Oh, you sold yours? Yeah. I might get the Mark II just because I don't like shooting mirrorless.
I heard,
bro.
that.
I hate it, bro. Especially for events at night.
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
the only
bro.
thing.
It's weird. I don't know why. The GH5 specifically, I just don't like going from like crop sensor to full frame low light stuff.
Yeah.
And just the whole digital vibe of mirrorless cameras. I'm just trying to get used to it still. Like.
See, I'm kind of like backing away from the whole like what is the camera? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm more like, give me an iPhone and I will make some dope stuff for you.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean,
that definitely in general applies to anything, but. Preference wise, I think that's just where I'm.
Yeah, to an extent, you still gotta love what you drive. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Because man, I just sometimes I be taking photos with my GH5 because I have to.
Yeah.
And I just be like, man, I fucking hate this shit.
So at that point, it's like you've been shooting for so long.
Yeah.
That you know what feels good.
Yeah.
Even though it technically on paper, yes, it could probably do the job. You know what feels good and what's most comfortable for you.
Yeah.
And what'll help you produce probably the best.
In a sense, yeah, bro. I mean, as speaking on a DSLR.
Yeah.
Like level of range of cameras.
Yeah, because we haven't touched the
cinema
cinema world yet, but soon
enough,
soon
brother.
for all
soon
of
enough.
us, you know.
Soon. And that's why I going with what you just said about like, getting. I appreciate that all this time of having to work with the DSLR. I feel like switching to Red, RE, etc. in the future isn't gonna be. It's gonna be a transition on the technical standpoint and having to really be like on that DP mindset. Like, I gotta know technicalities of how to expose this and what settings and stuff. But other than that, as far as compositioning goes and just having that core principle of shooting, I think is just gonna carry on so much better. You know what I mean? So. And
it's funny because I just heard something about Red cameras and is it Ari or Ari?
Ari.
Oh yeah,
Ari?
Good
All right,
question.
Because some camera guys said Ari, and I was like, wait, what?
Same shit to me, bro. I mean, yeah.
Maybe it's just from
I think
a
it just
different
depends
place.
on what country you're from. Like,
okay,
yeah,
Nikon or Nikon.
There's definitely some accent.
Oh yeah, Nikon.
Yeah,
oh, man. Yeah, but they were saying somebody told me because he works with Reds and Aris all the time, and he legitimately said it's easier on an Ari or a Red. S-Log is the hardest, and then the other ones are hard too, But he's like, Red cameras are easy.
And see, that's
the Red codec.
I follow so many people, like directors and stuff like that, who, and no diss to them, but shoot basic ass shit on the Red, and they just treat the Red like it's a DSLR, and I just get so mad because I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? I want more rental access. We're in Vegas, if we lived in LA, bro. Reds all day for $100 a day. You know what I mean? I
don't know. I think I've seen a camera package on Craigslist.
Crazy. Oh, here in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sleep, but for the most part,
you sleep,
I want to get to that point to where it's whatever. Treating that shit like a DSLR. I mean, minus the rig shit that you have to really get crazy with, weight wise. But I mean, for the most part, I can't wait to get to that point. It's like, oh, it's just same
So-
shit, another camera.
So let's talk about your background right now, like in video. Like, how did you get started making videos, and what kind of like what kept you going and making videos? Like, what made you decide like I want to make this a career?
Oh, bro, video is it's the funniest story, bro. Like, I mean, at least time flies by so fast. I kind of accidentally got into video. When YouTube was really popping off, like back in the day, bro. I was like 13 years old on YouTube, like deep, and I just so immature, like I like big YouTubers like Niga Higa back in the day. I would think their videos were so funny. And me and my cousins spent a lot of time in the summers together. Like, my cousins would come over to my crib for like 3 months at a time, just in the summer, just to hang out. So my parents had this old like point and shoot Canon that shot like
I remember
480.
that shit.
Bro, it shot 480p like video, and I was like, it was so lit, dude. And I was just like, dude, we could shoot our own videos. Like, these YouTuber guys are so funny. We can make our own funny YouTube videos. And so it just turned into
It's crazy how big YouTube had like such a big influence on people.
The biggest influence by far. I mean, the internet in general, but YouTube specifically is the only reason I picked up that camera, bro.
Yeah.
And
Same here.
dude, like literally, I unfortunately have these videos still. They still exist on my YouTube, but private. You know, I've never unprivate that shit. But you know, low key, I'll go back and I'll watch it and be like, yo, what was I on? Like in middle school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just funny looking back. And since then, you know, I just had to force myself to learn. Like at the time, I had Sony Vegas, bro. I was using Sony
Yes.
Vegas.
That's what Chuck used to use.
Sony
too.
Vegas.
That was the first thing I ever used because it was the only thing on a Windows cracked version that I could get with that little ass camera that was running. And like I don't, bro. It's so vivid to me, like picking that up, and I don't know, man. It just evolved from there. Like it was all hobby, making funny videos, and then come my freshman year in high school, I took broadcast journalism. And that's when I got put onto Final Cut 7. Like, that's when everything changed. I was like, oh, shit, Final Cut 7. I learned how to actually edit.
Wait, so are you still using Final Cut?
No,
or
not
using
no more.
Premiere? Yeah.
I was using Final Cut 7 for like
Till it died.
a minute, bro. Like
Till yesterday.
I actually just switched to Premiere like maybe just a year and a half, 2 years ago, bro. And that's just because I was being super like stupid and stubborn, bro, like about switching.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I took broadcast journalism. Long story short, it really piqued my interest in like wanting to learn because I didn't, you know, in middle school I'm just shooting because I want to shoot, you know. And in broadcast journalism, it gave me like a practical application of like video and like where it could go for the most part. So I was like, all right.
what is broadcast journalism? Because we had that program in my high school too, but
it's just like the high school news. You know what I mean? So like
so like whenever they would run the morning announcements,
the morning
like,
announcement. That's the correct terminology, bro.
Hey, Chuck, might want to back up off your microphone. You coming in hot?
Ooh.
You coming in hot, bro?
Yeah, the morning announcements were popping, dude. Like I'm talking about, we were doing funny skits, like just. We had our own music production in there. Like it was just like a creative class for anyone who was kind of in it, and it was so dope, bro. I swear, I remember that was a big change in my life that I didn't really think about. And then I don't know, from then on, I just always picked up a camera and continued on, and then transitioning from like high school, that's when I got into like music, and because of music, you know, obviously I've just followed so many rappers online, and that, you know, during this time in from 2009 to 2012 is like the big uprise of like all these rappers shooting their first music videos, like i.e. like Wiz Khalifa or Currency, who did their own, all their music videos were shot on DSLR. And I don't know, man, just long story short, I wanted to contribute to what I loved. I got passionate about hip hop, wanted to contribute to the culture somehow, and that was through video. And that's the long story short, bro.
So like for you, did it come out like more of a necessity to like, I have a camera, I want to contribute, like I want to be a part of this,
yeah.
or were people like just hitting you up at first too?
It was me going out of my way, actually. Like
really,
it never. I don't know, man. It was weird. I really look back and I just think, what the fuck was, like, what was I getting into? Like, bro, it was weird. I look at old videos, it'd be like I'm like 15 years old. Like, and now I'm like 24 now, and I look back at these 15-year-old kids, and I'm just kind of like, yo, you know what is
That's
yo, hold on.
You got these
fireworks in the background. We was like, yo, I'm like, let me keep calm.
You're not that in the ghetto, bro.
It is July 3rd at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So
hey, it's all good.
Those are fireworks, guys.
Hey, it's lit, dude. It's
people
lit.
live in it.
So anyway, like I was like 15 and I'm like shooting like studio sessions in like people's trap houses, and I'm not thinking about it at the time, but I'm just like I look back and I'm like, bro, I'm in the trap right now. Like that was in the trap. Like it was like some hood shit, but I didn't really care because it was fun. Like,
bro, it's funny because
it's fun. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? But no, what was you saying?
No, I was the exact same, bro. Like when I started shooting music videos, it was kind of like, so just like so I can give you a little bit background on about myself is why I started doing music videos is because I used to have a recording studio in my mom's basement. So people would come, they would find me on Instagram and Twitter. We need a spot to record, you know, like I made my little money because I was working at Radio Shack part-time at the time, and that's why I ended up quitting my job at Radio Shack because I was making enough just from that studio. But then the people that were coming there were also like they were artists, so they were looking for music videos.
Bro.
Like they were like, "Do you know anybody?"
Such a similar story. Continue, bro. Like,
yeah, they were like, "Do you know anybody?" And it was just happened to be a coincidence that around the same time as when I met Chuck, and I saw him doing.
Funny, dude.
I saw him doing a little video. Yeah,
dude, Chuck was doing the
doing
same shit, bro. Like, and we were fucking with the same people. You know, shout out like Trade Voorhees and everybody like from back in the day, because same shit, man. Like. Yeah. And it's so parallel, like that story is so like I know other people from different cities who have the same story. You know, their love and passion for music and creative arts takes them so far. You would never think where it would take you. Like, shout out in high school, I met an amazing group of friends, like my day ones, like still really close to this day. Production group called Real Hits. Shout out to them. They're my homies. And, we were recording. They needed a place to record. My house was right across the street from my old high school, Canyon Springs. So we would just come to the crib afterwards and record in my closet. And I would record the sessions because I thought it would be cool to make. Like, at the time, too, a lot of people were making these cool DSLR music video vlog shit, like vlog episodes.
You used to rap, didn't you?
Bro, stop, bro.
Wait,
no,
hold up.
Hey, I got out of that phase after 2 weeks, so let me just defend myself. Yes, dude.
Let me defend my honor.
My homies, I wanted to rap low key for like 2-3 weeks on MySpace, bro, and
real
shit was
quick
hella
though,
funny, dude.
Real quick, one thing too, bro. He did too.
He
used to rap too.
Bro, I feel like
Bro.
I feel like Chuck must have had to have rapped too,
dude.
Because I feel like we're the same person from different sides.
I
of
mean,
town.
I freestyled in the car. We used to freestyle in the car to Arizona and shit.
bro.
But
Me and Chuck used to take these.
The shit we did was to an extent, though. My head ass was making artwork and dropping it on MySpace. Hey, we gotta drop this track. No, dude, that shit was so funny, bro. I'm glad I got that out of my system at a young age. That wannabe rapper phase. It's so head ass.
he did it in the Gucci Man Lemonade.
So, bro,
I remember.
Chuck remembers it all, bro. One of the only people who do,
funny
bro.
too, but it's good. It's all good.
I did a Taylor Swift remix, bro.
Oh, okay.
And that shit got 50,000 views.
It's lit, dude.
Yo, do you remember
50,000 views,
do you
bro?
remember a rapper called Lil Crazed?
Bro, low key.
Crazed? He used to rap with like Timothy De La Ghetto and everybody.
I
did a track
the
with him.
Asian kid, the Korean,
I
whatever.
Did I did
you
a
did
track
a track
with him,
with
bro.
him?
Yeah.
That's mad random, bro. That's just pure hilarious.
Bro, my life was
comedy,
random.
bro.
Growing up, bro, I'm a Mexican kid.
Shout out to
Hanging out with Asians, bro.
Hanging out with Asians, recording rap music.
That music shit, bro, it takes you so far. Like, I would have never thought that it would I literally love hip hop so much because it's changed my life and it's opened my fucking mind to wanting to do so much. So
it's literally shaped the person that you kind of are,
bro.
Like
Definitely,
the life that
by far, bro.
The direction that you've taken in life has been shaped by music,
by
music
culture, man. Like it's a I always tell people appreciate the culture you have, and if you're a part of, you identify with, because that shit really changes your life, bro. When you really learn how to embrace that shit, so
yeah,
shout out to music because that shit's funny.
And I mean, one thing what's your future goals? Like, what do you want to be doing? Movies,
bro?
Indie films or music videos?
Dude, everything, bro. Like, I don't ever want to limit myself, I mean, down the long run, like, so ironically you mentioned like film, like real like films. Like, lately I've been trying to like direct certain ideas, like get people's feedback, like, yo, what would be a dope short film idea? Like, I've been kind of creative blocked in that sense. Like, I want to shoot more short films as of late, like, just because it's an avenue that I haven't tapped into yet, you know. But music videos for sure for like ever. Because
I see
love
you've been
music
killing
videos.
the game with the music videos,
Hey,
bro.
no, much love, bro.
Like,
That's
I-
my shit, man.
Like one of your last ones that you did for that one that was an institution.
yeah.
I peeped it, bro. I was like, damn.
Hey,
man,
much love, bro.
Came out clean.
That's
like,
that.
I thought you were there helping him with lighting.
Nah.
Long story, bro. It wasn't, man. Scheduling's a bitch.
Yeah.
We weren't able.
That was
to,
an Angel group,
It was
right?
mad last. Yeah, it was mad last minute. That was definitely right as of late too. Music videos wise, like I just try to. I want to treat every production with like some type of production value if possible. Now it's like I'm tired. Like even so, music videos. I love doing music videos, but I don't like doing music videos that I'm not fully there for. Like I don't even want to do. I don't even look at it from a monetary value anymore. I'll do a music video for free if I really fuck with the music. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
off top, bro.
And I feel like that's
just
something that a lot of people don't do, because
Yeah,
a lot of
bro.
people see something and they go, no, I gotta get paid no matter
And
what.
I feel you. Like, a lot of creatives, I understand, you know, but once again, coming from that music background, I feel like I've created, like, in my head, like, as far as having that level of creative standard for myself
Yeah.
and like for what type of work I want to produce.
Yeah.
That like goes above and beyond price. I feel like working with talented people is like so it's rare. You know, you'll have 50 artists in a city, but you only fuck with like 5 of them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should value the sense of music that, and like, cause it's a representation too of your brand. If you want to go into doing music videos, I feel like you should have a level of a standard for yourself as far as like the type of music videos you put out. Cause
Yeah.
like, you know, there's people who put out 50 music videos in a year, but they're all with like trash artists. And
That was us when we first started.
That's all of
me
us.
too. Hey, no, me too. Dead ass, bro. Me too. And
It's also because you wanted to get more of like the background and the
Yeah.
skill. You wanted to learn how to
and
do it.
And that's dead ass. Why
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did all that shit too. But I'm just saying, like, when you really put together a reel, or where you really want to be proud of the work you put out, it's like you're more remembered for the person's. Like, you're more like, I look at music videos not a representation of just the shooting, but the music too. Like, you remember an artist because their shit is fire, like their music is fire. So you're only gonna remember the visual more, and you know what I mean. It's more of an impression to me. So that's a whole nother conversation.
That's true,
too.
bro. I put it out on social media before, where I'm like, yo, I'm feeling creative. I'm feeling inspired. Like, yo, if you're an artist in Vegas, like, send me a track, and if I'm digging with it, like,
Fuck it, yeah.
If I'm messing with it, let's do it. Let's do a video.
And you know, obviously, I always care about money too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you know, for when you really want to get in the zone, bro, like, that shouldn't be that's not the first thing that comes to my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It depends on what you're doing. If somebody's hitting you
Definitely.
up personally, yeah, ask for the money. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like you just said, if you find like a song that's just like killing it,
I'll reach
hit 'em
out,
up.
bro. I'd be
Yeah.
like, yo, hey, that shit was fire, bro. Like, I want to do a video with you just because it's tight, you know? Or like,
Yeah.
you know, that's just, I believe in the vision, head ass. You know what I mean?
now
So-
hella people are gonna hit you up after this podcast and be like, "Hey, dog, I hope you're feeling my shit."
Yo,
Oh,
bro, I
bro.
got this fire track, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
and then send you a link to your SoundCloud. To the SoundCloud.
Nah, they send that shit a dat piff fucking.
Oh, bro,
URL.
that's some OG
Is that
shit.
alive?
That piff is no longer. Oh, I mean, SoundCloud is the new big thing still.
I feel like that piff still is around,
low
but
key,
it's not.
but it's not SoundCloud though.
It's not what it-
SoundCloud
yeah.
is SoundCloud now. Like
that piff used
shit-
to be SoundCloud.
Yeah.
That used to be where
definitely.
you get all your music.
Definitely, bro.
100%.
Now
There was no Spotify, there was no
definitely
iTunes
nothing,
music.
bro. I still be downloading music low key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same here.
That's
The
hella
one
funny.
thing, because like a lot of people like go to Spotify and they're like, "Oh, I like Spotify better." The reason I like SoundCloud is there's still so many upcoming artists where you can't find that music on Spotify
Bro.
because they're just starting. So
I feel
that's
you.
why I like that.
No, I definitely feel you, bro. Cause yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the Angel Groove band that you sent to me. My words going out.
It's all good.
You sent me their music. I was like, damn, like I didn't even know they were in Vegas, bro.
Hey, see, I
their
mean,
music is so dope.
and that's the thing. Like, you know, I just whatever's dope. Like, I don't care about the followers or nothing. None of that shit. It's just like, yo, if it sounds fire, bro.
I'm about to send you my mixtape.
Dude. Hey, dude. Like, hey, whatever, bro. We gonna make it happen. It's hella funny.
Me and
though,
Keem's
bro.
mixtape, bro.
That's
So
hella
real quick, we've seen you. You've been kind of like working with the Jabbawockeez, man. Like how's
Hey.
that been?
So that is like a blessing of opportunity for sure, like by far. Working with them is like super dope, and it's really random how it all happened. Like,
Yeah.
once again, this is another long story short. So, you know, shooting on the scene for however many years, I was doing a lot of concerts with like concert promotion company, Purple Crown. I do all their like shooting shit.
Yeah.
And the owner of that company got really close with the Jabbawockeez. And long story short, they referenced me like, "Yo, we really fuck with your work," you know. And I did a couple of things for them, and then they decided to finally like bring me on full time.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, word," you know. And to me, it's hella random. In like, life is crazy in the sense like I would never see myself like working with like the world's biggest dance crew, because you know it's crazy, the dance world and the hip hop music world. Like, it's funny how they should be more connected, but they're kind of running parallel, and they're similar, but they're not like directly colliding anymore, like the way dancing was with music back in the day.
Yeah, because hip hop was graffiti.
Yeah, exactly.
B-boying.
All that shit, bro. But now it's
rapping.
like a little disconnected. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother conversation.
Commercialized.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, definitely, bro.
You know what I
Definitely.
mean? But
Super
it's just how the
commercialized.
game
Like,
is.
but the true heart of the culture though, like the OG Jabbawockeez, like they really, you know, represent that shit, and like, you know. But for the most part, it's a blessing of an experience because I'm able to do what I love on through a platform, like a big platform, bro, like a crazy platform, getting paid to do what I love, and you know, having that security as a creative, still having the freedom to do what I want as well. Outside of that, it's just like everything you'd ever want from a creative space. And not to mention, obviously they have so many accolades, and it's like a blessing, you know. Like, it's crazy to work with such an entity that has such a big influence within that culture in the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro.
And I mean, going with the Jabbawockeez, you did a video with Tuxedo.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Like, how do you feel about it? And like, yeah. Just
So it's hella fun. So shout out Stone's Throw Records, bro. Shout out to my man Josh. He's the one who plugged me in with that video.
Tight.
You know, I mean, shooting dance videos is crazy. It's like a different. I didn't know shit about dance 3 years ago when I got hired with them. I didn't know shit about dance. I don't know anything. I still tell myself, like, being on the humble tip, I'd be like, bro, I don't know shit about dance. You know what I mean?
I saw how I feel about photography and video.
Bro,
video.
I
Like, somebody hires me, hey man.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna do what I think looks good.
I know exactly.
At the end of the day, I don't know shit about this.
bro. So that's why I be trying to tell, like, you know, I'm gonna shoot this dance video for you guys, but I always be like, you know, trying my best to, like, you know, let them know.
Yeah.
But so through my experience in shooting dance videos with Jabba, my homie Josh knows that I shot dance videos. Tuxedo actually wanted to do a whole like dance music video for one of their singles off their album, and I was just like, Josh hit me up. He was like, "Hey, you do dance videos, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, Tuxedo wants to do a dance video. Was it good?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." He's like, "All right, they want to shoot it next month. Can you put everything together, like, and finesse it?" And I was like, hell yeah. And I went back home. I was like, fuck, I'm kind of nervous. You know? It was hella funny, bro. But shout out to the homie Josh. I linked with him because I was doing some music videos for the artist. Once again, let me just interrupt the story real quick.
Yeah.
You're interrupting your own story.
Yeah. Let me interrupt. Yeah. Yo, shout out to, like, once again, going back to shooting music videos for free for people you fuck with. I shot some hump videos for this dude in LA who my homie Kevin Clark at the time. He changed his name now, for free.
Yep.
Because I just fucked with his music tough.
Yeah.
And that led to.
So you created that window of opportunity.
Yeah, just
bro. It's so crazy how that works out. Because people always look at your stuff and go, "Oh damn, dude, you're lucky." Like,
bro,
you get to work with, like, no.
But nah, dude, you create those opportunities.
So
like,
angry.
You create those opportunities, man. Like, I did that for free. Like, and I wasn't even thinking about where that could lead to. But I just, out of my heart, I love this shit. And I just did it. And his manager is the one, he works for Stone's Throw, and he linked me in with Tuxedo. So there's the, you know, how you want to know the plug. And, you know, you just got to keep doing that shit. But that's a whole let's do that conversation.
That's how they say, like success is like 50% luck and 50%
bro,
being prepared.
Placing yourself in those opportunities. Bro, like.
Because you can get lucky, and let's just say you did run into them and you got to work with them.
Exactly.
If you were not prepared, that's going to be the end of it.
Bro,
you're not going to keep working with them. You know?
I wouldn't be with Jabbawockeez right now had I not done
Every
single music, local rap shit in town, bro. Like,
damn.
I've done
so if you think about it in the long run, that investment of you doing all that free work and all, like, testing the waters, bro,
it all pays off.
That actually paid off.
It's just, it takes you to another world, you know. And so that's what led me to do that video with Tuxedo. We did it in the Bay, shot it in a day, and it was just came out amazing, you know. And I feel like that, like, just going back to this whole conversation about like free work and shit like that. Yeah. It's interesting too, because I feel like in the music world, music video world for like film, there's a lot more like, I don't know what the correct term is, bro. There's like a creative niche that is attached to like music and what creative artists look for in video. That is like so interesting and unique that you have to create your own aesthetic for the style of like video and shit you do. Yeah. And I'm losing my train of thought, bro.
Well, it's kind of like how Jacob Owens kind of has his, like, he has his own aesthetic, bro. Like, if you ever, like he was one of the first people that I saw him kind of like not worry so much about gimbals, but just hold the camera and shake it. Exactly. And then the way he moved the camera was his trademark, his signature. You know what I mean? Like, no one can move the camera the way he moves it, because those are decisions that he's making actively on his mind.
And like in the music world, it's interesting because I feel like it's so much more relationship based. Like, these artists don't give a fuck about technicalities in film, bro.
Yeah, they really don't.
All they care about is how it's gonna look. The end
how
product.
Do you make them feel during the shoot?
Yeah, bro. The whole night.
Are you treating them with respect?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you considering their input? Like, if they give you an input on the video, even though they don't have any technical aspect to it, kind of like help them bridge the gap. Bro, and I feel like that one of the issues with a lot of creators, bro, is they think too technically.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Like, you gotta just be cool, like, be a cool person. And it's crazy too. In 2018 today, it's never been a bigger opportunity for creatives to brand themselves as true artists. Like the videographers of today, and like the producers and all that, they're the fucking rock stars now. Like, videographers are rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is like so crazy, bro. Like how far like some of these like videographers I know are branding themselves as like these super video people, and like they're building their own platforms from it. Like, like that's, you have to view yourself now as a brand and like really brand yourself in that sense, you know. And that goes to how you're perceived too by other clientele in the future. And it's crazy because this really solely applies to like this creative music shit. Like, especially
everything ties in together with each other, bro. Like, that's why I love it all.
And you know, bro, we all over the place, but like that's definitely like my takeaway for sure, is just like letting people know, bro, like that relationship shit. Like, you never know where something will. Always think long term. Like, short term thought is like not gonna get you. It'll get you getting some things.
If $300 is the difference between you getting paid real quick for a project, or you kind of having like a project that's gonna be solid and then last you for, you gotta really weigh it. You know what I mean?
Like, you always have to think 10 years later. Like, where could this possibly get me? You know what I mean? Like, if I work with this guy who might know these other people, maybe it'll lead me to them. And
I don't know, though, man. 10 years later, I feel like we're not even going to have ears anymore, bro. The world's going to be so advanced.
10 years later, you might be dead.
No, bro. Like, damn. I'm exaggerating.
10 years later, there's no such thing as music.
I'm exaggerating with the 10 years. But you are, like, you know, it's hard. You know, you just can't look at value as only from a monetary sense all the time. Like, you get more value. I got more value out of other things that lead to money. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like your brand is so much more powerful. And in 2018, it's the truth. You know, like, when you build a powerful brand for yourself, the money's just gonna come.
I guess the thing, like,
naturally,
the three things that I'd focus on is being patient, being humble, and then just putting in work. Because like, it's pretty simple. Bro. It's not like you know, not like crazy.
It's not, bro. And everything you just said, just don't be an asshole, be a cool person, and just do the best work you can, bro. Like, and the blessings will come. Like, and it's just crazy to see how far we've come. Like, once again, reflecting on just fucking however many years ago, just starting, you know, and just,
it's been a minute, bro.
Continuing to progress,
super
man.
Long.
You know,
it's been too long.
It's just crazy, you know what I mean?
So coming off that, like, what's been your most favorite recent project that you've worked on?
I mean, I guess I could speak in multiple senses of like my personal favorite, and then the favorite I connect to, like, success wise. I would say, like, for sure, we did that Angel Groove music video recently is one of my favorite.
Did you do all the After Effects for it?
Yeah. The whole everything literally is just all me, bro. Like,
and you taught yourself all that stuff, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Like, there wasn't a send it out to your visual
Nah,
effects editor.
man. I wish that shit would be lit, bro. Because I suck at After Effects, so I had to bullshit my way through it, But shout out.
It came out clean.
No, much love, bro. And that was my attempt at trying to make some type of big production. You know what
That's
I mean?
one thing you and Chuck both got in common is you both got into After Effects.
Hey,
I kind of got my toes
barely,
wet.
though.
I got my toes wet with like the lower thirds and like kind of like little text animations. I did a kinetic typography video one time, but I haven't opened that program in like 6 months.
Even me though, I'm only like barely like motion tracking and shit.
Bro,
you
the
know what I
one
mean?
thing with like After Effects, I think it's the most complex. It's up there with like video. It's like 3D rendering and whatnot. It's just a whole nother monster.
Hey, bro, the 3D shit I have not touched because I already know that that's a whole nother
Beast.
like there's multiple plugins that would like I don't know how that shit works, bro. But shout out to the people who do that because that is like. You guys are gonna get paid down the line.
Shout out to anybody who does heavy VFX,
bro.
'cause that shit's remarkable to me.
I don't know.
Yo, Chuck was just sending me
rotoscoping, dude. Like, fuck.
Chuck just sent me a video the other day where it was showing like the before and after of like what was the show? It was a Netflix show that It was a Netflix show. Forgot what it's called, but they were showing like how they show you like the final master of how it looks, and then they rewind it, and then they show the parts that they added in. And green screen, all that stuff. We were looking at that stuff, and we're like, damn, a lot of that stuff you could have just shot in a camera.
Dude, I'd be watching, like, a Game of Thrones, like, behind-the-scenes VFX, and I'd just be like, dude, there's, like, 30 fucking layers of effects and 30 different people working on it, and I'm just like, oh, my gosh, like, how do you pre-production and know what you have to get to, you know what I mean?
It's like, I think it's, like, pure storyboarding.
I'd be like,
they have that shit already at the beginning. Because, like, going back on the Netflix thing we were watching, it was so funny because, like, in the background, there's, like, buildings, right? And they were literally changing some of the lights in the building, in some of the windows. And I was like, do you really need to do that? But I mean, they have the money.
That's $1 million productions right there, bro. Cause
I bet you it was like some executive dude who makes like $400 million a year. He's like, no, those windows should be brighter, and that's why they had to do that, bro.
Yeah, because like the other thing I could think too is the fact that you have to like spend a certain budget in a movie. You have to spend that budget.
Damn, I never thought about that.
Or you won't get that budget back next year or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to spend that.
The surplus.
30 million.
You gotta make the most out of your shit. If we got $30 million for a movie, we spend everything.
Put a little man in the window. Do whatever you can.
Do we need a massage for the cinematographer? Let's go get that. That's the money going down to that.
If I do a movie with a $30 million budget and we got like $1 million left over, we having a crazy after party.
That's hella,
bro. I'm telling you, I mean,
all the leftover shit, bro. Oh my gosh,
bro. Like doing PA jobs, like they just buy so much shit, and then after the movie's done, they have all this extra stuff. They're like, all right, you guys can take whatever you want home, and it's expensive stuff. And I'm like, I remember like they were giving out printers like it was nothing. They had like 30 printers. They're like, oh yeah, you guys can take as many as you want.
Like, oh yeah, I'll take that printer. Just connect to Wi-Fi. All right, for sure. Thank you.
Just throw it up on OfferUp.
That's hella funny, bro. But
So coming off that, like we've gotten pretty deep in this little podcast episode. Do you have any tips for anybody who's like starting out? Let's say you got a little Timothy, you know what I'm saying? He's going to El Dorado right now, and he's deciding whether or not to get a camera because his parents say, you know what, that's not a real career. What do you have to say to somebody like that, bro?
Because you've been through it, haven't you?
Bro, the whole nine, bro. Oh, still going through it, you know. Damn. But I think just going back to what Chuck was saying, man. Yeah, man. Just as far as having a dream and like wanting to do something, just stay dedicated, man, and like don't give up on it. You know, just always like work towards it and don't let anyone tell you can't do it, man. Like, and I think it's like on a more like specific a specific piece of advice I always tell people is like work hard as fuck, but work smarter. Like a lot of people work very hard, you know, and that's why me going back to we'll do 50 videos a year, you know, but like work smarter, like improve upon what you do better, learn more, be a sponge to knowledge, build better relationships, be political about your work, like about the way you want to navigate, where you want to be. Like constantly find out more about yourself and define what you want to do for the rest of your life, and just get real like mental about it, man. Like
be your biggest critic.
Yeah, definitely be more reflective upon your career. I feel like a lot of people get so caught up in this like, oh, grind hard like mindset, like, yo, we gotta do 50 videos a year, and like they get so caught up in in being in the same spot and doing the same thing for so long that the, egos develop, or the desire for not wanting to learn, it doesn't.
Or they straight up like flatline.
Yeah, exactly, flatlining. It's like you always should want to progress. In whatever you do, and just kind of continuing to build that. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's one of the things that's kind of come up with like social media.
Yeah.
How you kind of have to post every couple of days to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm.
People feel like they have to take on as much work as they have as they can to fill up their feed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you think about it, why would you take on 50 gigs a year when you can easily take on 10 that you put all your time and energy into?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're going to be showing those videos to people 20 years from now. You know what I mean? Because you took the time.
And that's just real shit, you know what I mean? As far as like wanting to be better, bro. Like, once again, man, like there's so many people I know who just aren't making like the strives to wanting to, go above and beyond. And I feel like every day is a new opportunity to learn something new, a new opportunity to network, meet new people, and just, once again, self-reflect. Be very conscious of your career. Be very conscious of like what you think it should take to get to the next level. And just don't just get caught up. You know what I mean? So
I think the whole thing is just you can't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You can't fake the funk,
bro.
You can lie to yourself as much as you want, but deep down inside, most people go through depression and stuff because that's not what they're loving to do.
Dude. It's definitely real shit. And that's why I said there's also always that mental aspect to your work. And I feel like if you don't take the time to embrace the mental aspect, to really take the time to think about your shit,
you're gonna get depressed.
Yeah,
you're gonna hit that.
You're gonna get depressed. Yeah, you're just not gonna, no more. You know what I'm saying? So
that's something that a lot of people don't talk about in like the creative community, man. Like a lot of creative people that I know are the ones that get like the depressed the most because they're the ones that are most critical about themselves.
Bro, hey, real shit. I mean, the self-conscious shit is real, bro. You know what I mean? But just, you gotta fight through it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I have those days where I don't want to do anything creative. I'm like, dude, I'm trash because I watch somebody else's.
I be feeling the same shit, but I feel like at the same time, I still somehow find that as a fuel in the sense.
You have to.
I'll have that day. I'll be like, fuck, I'm not doing enough. And then the next day I wake up, I'll be like, well, fuck, we gotta do this shit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta find out what's next. So I don't know, man. That's great. That's the advice that I would give for sure, bro. Off top, man.
Oh, damn, dude. We appreciate you coming through the podcast, man.
No, I appreciate you guys,
Timothy
man.
thanks you, too.
We're going to go ahead and drop all your info down below, but do you want to just tell people who are listening, like, where they can find you on the internet?
Just everything is Christian FGY. My Instagram is at Christian FGY.
Forever getting young.
Yeah, oh, man. Yeah, that's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Whatever you name it, Vimeo, freaking my website is that.com. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty easy.
Dope. Hell yeah.
Great job, y'all.
Thank you guys for tuning in. My Wi-Fi is.
I don't even know if this it recorded the audio. No. I don't know if the audio was in sync. Could have been many things, but you know what? This is our first stream. Thank you, Christian.
It, bro. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
We got one person watching, so we're gonna play this back.
Hey,
and I'm pretty sure it's Keem's phone.
No, I'm not watching it.
Oh, I thought you were watching.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So for all we know, we got some comments. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.